your body. Yes.
Martha! 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 Get your whiskey. Get your whiskey. It's time to salute the real. Get it now. We about to make it happen. One more time. Here we go. Get your whiskey. Pull up and show up with your boy. Pull up. Get your whiskey. Please get your whiskey, because we got a lot to talk about tonight. You are watching Salute the Real, and I am your host, Brandon Cooper. And I want to throw a quick shout out to my producer. Hello, Miss Candace Cooper.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Oh, man. Poor man trying to make it. We got a lot to talk about. Tonight.
All right.
All right.
And while you talking, I want to make sure you're centered so you can move. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Right.
Move right on over there and move the mic closer.
Right. We good, baby. We good.
All right. I just want to make sure.
She wants everything to be perfect.
When I'm producing a show, hey, I'm on my producer stuff right now. I got to make sure everything is looking right. Lighting is right. You know, they can hear you and see you good. That's
all right, guys, I want to give you some time to get your whiskey. I hope you got your whiskey. Again, tonight, I'm drinking Buchanan's Master blended Scotch whiskey. All right? So, I want to give you a second to pour up again. Pour up, man. Pour up. We got a lot to talk about. So, tonight, I had a topic that I was going to cover. I was going to talk about it, and I'll probably go to that next week. I was going to talk about we pay child support, but we still got to be Santa. Yeah. I wasn't going to go too deep into child support. You know, I pay child support, but I still got to be Santa. So I definitely want to have that conversation before Christmas, because I know it's a lot of men out there that are taking care of the payments that they're supposed to be making already, but also expected to do a lot extra during Christmas time, probably more, and living outside, therefore spending outside of their means and putting themselves in jeopardy for the next month when it comes to their own expenses. So we'll try to talk about that next week if I don't have something else that comes up like it did today. So if you have not watched this show before, because I know there's going to be some new people on here tonight based on what we're talking about. And now that we have this podcast, excuse me, for a little while now, matter of fact, as far back as 2022, we have here in Austin, Texas area, been involved with a situation that occurred with Manor ISD. That just won't go away. It just will not go away. And tonight, our topic is going to be Manor I'm Coming. Many of my friends have many of our Facebook friends have watched and saw these things that we were going through with Manor since 2022. As you all know, some of y'all already know, my wife and I, we have a AAU type track club, track and field club, where we train kids ages 5 all the way up to 18/19 throughout the season. At this point, we've been doing this since 2014. We've been doing it since 2011, doing it with our own team since 2014. We have now sent multiple kids to college. Several kids, including our own child, have grown up through this program and have gone on to college. They have received scholarships in one way or the other. We preach being student athletes. We preach being just as solid in the books as you are on the field or on the court or on the track. We preach being good, having good behavior, that you represent us not only on the track, but you represent us in the community. You represent us in the streets. And I want to have the same positive words being said about you in the community that we see and hear about you when you're on the track. We preach this all the time. Guys, we are a village. We are a village. That's what a village is. That's what a village is. And over these years, I have talked to many people out here in this community about a lot of the issues. I've talked live. I've gone live on my page. I've gone live many times about a lot of the issues that we've had in the community. My wife and I are not only now owners and directors of a track organization, a track club, but at this point, this, it's not much that I brag about. It's not much that I'm cocky about when it comes to all this, especially my coaching. I leave my coaching up to the people that train. If you think we're a good coach, then you'll be back. If you don't, you won't be back. That's fine. If you think that we don't have a good, solid program. But, I mean, a lot of people have come back, and a lot of people are moved on now to the next level when it comes to what they love to do, which is track and field. So I think regardless of what people believe, we're doing a pretty good job. Now, but what I will brag on is our efforts that we give to the youth. Our efforts that we give to our youth. We are out there. We are consistent. We are organized. We are structured. We're one of the most organized 501c3 programs in this community, period. Another thing that we do, we support ourselves. We have friends, we have family, I have college kids that I met long time ago from Sam. I got Candace, got friends. She got family that help us to make this thing happen. I got friends. I just met with my friend down from Oklahoma the other week that's been supporting us through Facebook. I got teachers that Miss Birdwell and so many others that support, that was my teachers way back in 5th and 6th grade that are still supporting me to this day. I got friends that I grew up with. All of them at some point have given so much. My friend Javadri comes down here every single year, takes pictures for free. My coaches are out there grinding every year. They're not getting paid. I got people that support this program, and we have been told to write all these grants and do all this and do all that, and we've heard no after no after no after no. And so what my wife and I decided to do, growing up and learning under the legendary Carmen Kiera from Austin, Texas. Carmen Kiera Track Club. He's been coaching track for over 40 some years now, Candace? Was it 40 something? 45. I want to say it was 45 years. I want to say it was 45 years that we just awarded him for this past year. I want to say 45 years. I've watched that man. I've grown up watching this man here through this track world. I've watched him for years out here, and now I have learned to host track meets. I know how to pretty much run anything out there on that track. I can do it all. This is not bragging. This is just the truth. I can do it all. I can do it all. And since Carmen has taught me so much, I only felt like it was right for me to take everything that he's taught me and take it to the next level. Everything that he does, I'm going to do it better. Because I want to do that out of respect for him, and I want to do that out of respect for the youth of this community. I want to make it better. If track is going to be better, if the sport is going to be better, if everything that we're trying to accomplish out here by keeping kids out of trouble, keeping them safe, keeping them doing something fun, while also learning how to work out, train, do the things that we honestly did, but we did out of fun and not training like these kids. These kids were for real with it. Yet they're having fun and they're having better opportunities to get help with their schooling as well. They got a real village out here. I've talked to y'all multiple times that have watched this show in the past about the lack of black leaders out in the community working with kids back when we were growing up. That's not the case anymore. That's not the case anymore. We got a lot of men out there, and I'm extremely proud of the men that are out there. I'm telling y'all this story because I'm leading up to something. I'm leading up to something right here. This story is leading y'all up to you because you're hearing all this positive and you're saying, Coop, this is great. What's the problem? The problem is, back in 2022, we hosted a track meet called Clash of Texas. This is part of what we have done to support our organization. This is when we was writing all them grants and we was getting turned down. And don't get me wrong, some came through and we appreciate them for it. Much love. Much love. But just like a college, guys, we need constant support. We need yearly support. They'll come through. They'll donate this for 1 year, and we'll thank them, and we'll oh man, thank y'all so much. We didn't know how we was going, because there were times we didn't know. Candace and I didn't know how we was going to pull off some of the stuff that we pulled off. But honestly, truthfully, God has made a way for us every single year. Every single year, He made a way for us. We have taken kids down to Junior Olympics that we didn't know how we was going to get there. And every single year we found a way. But we got tired of that crap. We got tired of that. So what did we do? We started hosting our own meets. And it's nothing new. Teams host meets every year. But like I told you, I learned under who I consider one of the best. And it was my job. That's the way I took it. It was my job to use what he taught me. Take that and take it to the next level. And I can say here, this is no bragging, this is just facts, that at this point in the Central Texas area, nobody hosts better meets, nobody hosts more track meets than the Austin Honey Badgers Track Club. I can say that. That's something I can say now with confidence. Nobody hosts better meets than us. Nobody's going to go harder than us because it just can't mean more to you than it does to me. I go harder than anybody. Anybody. Nobody thinks about it as much as I do. Real quick before I go here, guys, I'm trying to lead y'all up to this before I get too loud. If you hear me stop and say whistle, that means that I'm trying to slow myself down before I go there. Okay, I'm trying to calm down just a tad bit. All right, okay. Let me get me a drink right quick. We have a sip. We have a drink on this show. We have a drink. We sit back and talk. We have a drink, and I also hit my vape. If you got a cigar, get your cigar tonight. Nothing goes better with a whiskey than a cigar. But since I'm in the house and my wife will go nuts if I smoke a cigar in the house, I have my vape. Okay. All right, so here we go. In 2022, in May of 2022, we hosted the meet called Clash of Texas, which has become one of the best developmental track meets in the country, hands down. At Manor ISD, Manor Red track and field. It's the big track and field, their main track and field, where the varsity football team plays at, and all that kind of stuff. We packed that stadium out. We knew it was coming. I told them it was coming. I asked them how much it would be to rent out their stadium. They told me how much it would be. I paid the money. I had my track meet. The track meet was packed out. Everything went well. Even though we had some hiccups here and there because we didn't have a lot of help that we were supposed to have from the facilities managers or whoever was supposed to be helping us out that day, we still made it happen because I got great people that be out there officiating for me and doing this stuff, and we ran an amazing event. Kids around this community talked about that event. Of over 1,800 kids out there competing, they talked about that event for weeks. Everything went well. We give some of the best awards. It was just great. It was great. We give out so many scholarships. It was great. Everything was great. This is how we run our organization now. This is how I do things like I did tonight, going to see one of my kids at her spelling bee and taking her a big old thing of flowers. This is how I do all this stuff. This is how I got all the customized stuff that I have for my team that many teams down here, many organizations don't have. This is how my kids get scholarships from us when they graduate from this program. Now we had 5 or 6 of them, 5 or 6 candidates, something like that, graduate this year. 5 or 6 kids, was it 5, 6 maybe? Angel, Big J, Lil J, Houston, Jazz, Kaya. That's 6 off the top of my head. Please, I don't want to leave one of my babies without. But I think 6. Each and every one of them left here with a scholarship from this team, thanking them for their time with us and wishing them well on their journey to college and whatever they choose to do after that. Each and every one of them left with a scholarship.
Not only that, but we gave other scholarships out as well. Just want to throw that out there.
Being 100, which we gave 2 scholarships out to kids from Taylor, Texas, Taylor ISD. We gave 2. Matter of fact, we gave more to these kids than we did to our own. Check this out. We gave 2 scholarships out to kids in Taylor, Texas. We gave 2 scholarships out to kids in Elgin ISD. And we gave scholarships out to kids in Manor ISD. We done gave 2 kids scholarships out to kids in Manor ISD. Even, including one this past season, even though Manor has made it extremely difficult for any of us to do anything here. Here we go. Here we go. You might be done. You might be done with your whiskey now. You might be done with it. Pour back up if you are. Here we go. Candace, now that I done gave you the intro, I feel like they kind of got an idea. Yeah. Shout out, LaRon. LaRon Prosser Jr. got one. LaRon Prosser Jr. got one. And he's going to TSU. And he is from Manor Red. He went to school in Manor. And he was a tremendous part of their track club, their track team. Tremendous part of it. You know? Candace, can you read? So let me say this first, before Candace reads this. So when we after we had the meet in 2022 in Manor, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff, okay? After we had the meet in Manor, you know, I wanted yeah, there you go, Brian. Yeah.
Make third down more manageable.
You right, Brian, my bad.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Against CeeDee
Here we
Lamb.
go.
This time CeeDee Lamb's in big third.
Here we go.
Man.
You about to hear it now. I have been quiet as long as I can. Here we go. So after we have the meet in Manor, because nobody believes that apparently these coaches that are completely blind to what's happening out here in this track world, completely blind to what's happening in club sports because they don't pay attention to nothing. And I'm going to try my best not to cuss as much as I normally do, guys, because this is serious tonight. I'm going to try my best. My wife has been on me about it. I'm going to try. Can't promise you nothing. All right, but here we go. Because they're completely blind to what's going on, when that 1,800 kids plus all their parents and their aunts and their grandmas and their uncles and their grandpas and their cousins, when all these people showed up to Manor and packed that thing out and had cars all up and down the streets, LeRon, y'all was there? Tell me if I'm lying. Cars all up and down the streets. When that happened, all these people saw, we ain't gonna call no names, and it was Mother's Day weekend, Red. All these people saw was dollar signs. All they saw was dollar signs. They didn't help us do nothing. They didn't open a gate. They didn't help us carry one canopy. They riding around on gators on the field, but didn't ask us, could we use a gator to push one of the buckets that we hold our canopies down to from on one side of the field to the other. They didn't help us do nothing. But you know what? I didn't ask them either. Because if you're going to be out here, you should have paid just like everybody else if you ain't going to do nothing to help us. But I ain't say nothing. It's all good. It's all good. Because we're just grateful to have the field. Guys, Candace and I have spent so much of our money to make this stuff happen. And each and every year, we got people like Derek Red that come down here ready to go, ready to work. This is the part they don't understand. I got friends, I got family that are ready to grind for us, just like we'll grind for them. When they have a meet down there, Derek Red is a coach of the Northside Striders Track Club in Houston, Texas. He's a coach for them. When Derek Red steps out there to do that work, when they have a track meet, I'm right there by him if he need me. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna shoot that gun if he need me to shoot that gun. Whatever they need, I'm gonna be there. Derek come down here with 10 guns ready. 10 guns ready to hit that thing, ready to get that work in for me. And he'll do whatever I need him to do because they care. They know what we're trying to accomplish. They know what we're making happen down here. These people, when they saw that 1,800 kids out there, when they saw those people up in those stands, these people went back to the board and they said, this can't happen. We did everything we were supposed to do. We cleaned that stadium up. We had a good event. My wife and I and some of the people on this team went back out there the next day, which was Mother's Day. That Sunday was the next day. And we out there cleaning that stadium up, making sure, picking up items that were deep in the dirt that we know nobody from our meet left out there. They didn't leave that stuff out. We didn't leave that stuff out there. Board members were talking about how much money you all made and were upset. I got receipts. See? This is what I tell y'all. Say hello to Mr. Fisher. Say hello to Mr. Elmer Fisher, a board member at the time. That's no longer a board member. And when you no longer are a part of that board where you're silenced, where you have to be silent, you can't tell your truth, you can't speak your truth, he's no longer a part of that board. And you see where he's at now. I'm coming with you, Coop. God dang it!
Whistle.
War cry, baby. Because they coming with me. Now people can see. Now people can speak up with me. Now I'm not alone. I felt like I was fighting this alone over the past couple years. I don't have to fight alone anymore. I don't have to stand up by myself anymore. Because other people can talk now. Other folks can speak out about what they know. So when we had that meet and we was giving all this stuff away, when we was giving to teachers, when they had what you call that thing, Candace, that they had at the school, the pep rally for the teachers, and I bought the trophies for the teachers, and I came up there to support the teachers and bought the trophies. What was that called? What's that called?
Oh goodness! And I was the one that coordinated. What was the
You don't know what it's called? Anyway, it's a thing that they have at the beginning of the year or whatever, and it's like a pep rally for teachers to get the teachers excited about the year and bring them back in. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some people on here that'll be convocation.
Convocation.
There it is. There it is, Mom. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. There you go. We had the convocation. Not only are we giving money to kids, I'm giving money back to the teachers. I went and bought the same big ass trophies.
And guess what they use this year?
Wait a minute. I went and bought these same big old trophies. And when the teachers, whichever classes win, you know, in the convocation, the big pep rally, they have to come up with creative chants and all that kind of stuff. And whoever wins, you know, they get the trophy. I buy Manor ISD trophies for the teachers in support of the teachers. I used to be a teacher, guys. Right after probation, I went to teaching. My mama has been a teacher, still a teacher for 40 some years. I know what teachers are going through. My sister-in-law is a principal. I know what they're going through. Keeping your bad kids. I'm a teacher. I just teach in my own program now. You know? I know how difficult it is to get a kid that's digging in his nose to want to do work. It's not easy. So I want to support. You know? And guess what? But it don't matter. It don't matter what I did. It don't matter how much money I spent on the stuff. It don't matter. But they took those same trophies. They turned around and they used them same. They took them trophies back from the teachers that they got, that we gave out to them last. I was giving those trophies to those teachers, to those principals to keep at their schools. They turned around, they took those trophies back from those teachers, and they gave them back. You echoing. They say I'm echoing. You fixed it? Check it out. Oh, it's whenever you turn your mic on. I can't talk, man. Okay. Yeah, you echoing. All right, I'm not echoing no more. Here we go. Thank you for that, St. Patrick. Here we go. I went. What is it? Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Am I getting too crunk already? Hey, nah, I ain't there yet. Look, they took those same trophies that we gave them, and they gave them back out this year. They gave them same trophies out. Cheap asses. They gave them same trophies out. I was telling them teachers they could keep them trophies. I would have bought them a whole nother set of trophies. I would have bought them a whole nother set. They would have had that from me every year. Also, we made the community a lot of money. We sold at Walmart and gave every stone. God damn. Shit. What?
Make third down more manageable.
Yeah! Here we go.
Every store up and down 290. Every convenience store. Nobody knew what happened. Candace, what was it? Didn't they have like a little carnival or something?
They had the Manor Palooza.
They had what they call the Manor Palooza downtown. What would you do? How did the Manor Palooza do?
As Kaylee mentioned in her comments.
Kaylee mentioned it?
Yes, she did. Hold on, I'm going back. There you go. It's up there on the screen.
I can't. It's so many words up there. It's two different things.
Kaylee says we had more people there at the Clash of Texas than they had at the Manor Palooza at that same weekend.
They had a thing downtown. They were so excited about called the Manor Palooza. Them people talk about what they did at that Manor Palooza. We done sold out every store in Manor. Every store in Manor sold out. Sandwich meat gone. Ice gone. Gas gone. Water gone. Gatorade gone. Everything gone. Yet you complaining.
And according to the Manor Chamber of Commerce, that weekend brought in more revenue from multiple of their businesses than they've had in a long time.
Yet after all that, these people, my wife who was working for Manor ISD at the time, gets back to the school. My wife is accused, she was a chief there at the time. My wife is accused of using her staff to make this meat what it was. Check her computer, investigate her. She had to be doing something wrong because no way that meat could get that big without her using her staff on the clock to get that meat that big. It couldn't have got there. Ain't no way that could have happened. That money, they made too much money. That's when people from the outside counting your wallet, counting your pockets. When people counting your pockets, when people looking at your pocket, when people telling you, you know what I'm saying, how much money you got in your pocket. Any of y'all ever dealt with that? That's what we're dealing with. They made too much money from that meat. They don't deserve all that money. We ain't supposed to pay us that money. We should get some of that money. Why would you get our money? Why would you get our team, our organization's money? Ask these board members how many dollars have they contributed back to the community. They are spending more than they have ever given. God damn. How much did you give? How much have you given? Because you sure haven't given as much as we have. Did you look at how did they get all that stuff out there on that field? How did they buy? Where do you think it came from? You didn't help us buy it. What do you think we're doing? What do you think we're doing? We are taking that money and we're investing it back into our organization. That's why we have the best track meet in the country. What do you think we're doing? Why do you think my people support me? If we just winning over here, why do you think my people continue to support me? They said my wife had to be doing something wrong. They said my wife had to be doing something wrong on her computer during school hours. They accused my wife of basically stealing from Manor. That's what they did. She ain't never been accused of that in her life. But that's what they did. So you already know I was hiding. And I've been going in on their ass ever since. So, one of the main culprits, and we won't call out his name because he's no longer on the board, but one of the main culprits, they said it was, they said a lot more stuff, about the meat, but you get the gist of that. You get it. So one of the main culprits that was on that board, we got rid of him. He's gone. And he ran against two black women, and I think they thought that, by him running against two black women, that the two black women would cancel each other out. He's the Hispanic guy, and they say, well, by him running against the two black women, this is what they were thinking. By him, this is them trying to think over here, They trying to think. They trying to figure it out, Yeah, they trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I got it over here. They trying to figure it out. Let's pin him against the two black women, and if we do that, then they'll cancel each other out, and he'll be back in here for about the 16th, 17th year in a row. Why would a school board member get to be on the school board for 10, 15, 16, 17 years? What are you doing at this point that you deserve to be on the school board for that long? At some point, everybody has to move on. Presidents, the election comes up every 4 years. The most you can do is 8, and then you got to move on. Why do a school board member get to stay on there forever? You shouldn't be able to do all these years, but I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. And these people stay around for so long, they get complacent. They start looking out for self, and they start forgetting about what's most important, the kids. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Follow the money, Elmer Fisher says. Follow the money. We know this, Elmer Fisher. Mr. Fisher, we know. We know it's about the money. We already know what they doing. It's kickbacks coming around everywhere. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's the only reason these people are begging to stay on this board. This board has given these people more respect, more effort in front of these people out here in this community, more attention than they've ever gotten in their life. Some of these folks ain't educated. Some of these folks ain't got a pot to piss in. Whistle. Damn cup done stuck to the damn thing. Some of them ain't got a pot to piss in. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I caught myself that time. Some of them ain't got a pot to piss in. Yet, here they come. Yeah, hey, Applon, Coach Applon. Shout out to Coach Applon. That's the head track coach over at Manor Red. He's doing an outstanding job. Let me tell you about him real quick. Because I'm going to get to what I'm bringing this up about tonight. And some of y'all got to hang in here with me because this one's going to be a little longer than an hour. Just hang in here. We're going to get there. But Coach Applon is the head track coach over there. Coach Applon just took a relay team a couple of years ago. Put your year in there, Coach Applon. It wasn't this past year. It was the year before. What's the year? This past season was 2023. So I'm assuming 2022. Just took a relay team to Texas State in track speed. You know, we talking about speed here. Okay, he just took a relay that went number 1 in the state. Yeah. He also had the fastest. Go from 6A to 1A to 2A to 4A to 5A to 6A. He also had the fastest 100 and 200 runner in the state track meet. And there he's correcting me and saying 21, I'm assuming 22 and 23. He took a 4x4, I know, down in 23. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong there, Coach. And he also had a 400 run on that team that just signed LaRon Prosser, who we gave a scholarship to. And I used to coach him for a little while, and he's been doing track for all these years, and he's another example of what I'm talking about tonight. He is currently running at TSU on a scholarship right now as a freshman. Oh, man. Come on, guys. Come on, man. This stuff here is deep, man. This has been going on, and we have been having success in this community. All these coaches, everybody that has embraced these kids and put time into these kids, effort into these kids, we have had success in this community. We've had a ton of success in this community, guys. And it's coaches like Applon that work with us, that are willing to work with us to make this dream possible for all these kids. Yet, after all the success that Applon has had, I get a glimpse at the Manor Red schedule for this year. And Applon, who tries his best to give his kids opportunities to run at colleges and put them on levels where they get to see and experience things that will hopefully encourage them to continue to work hard when others are giving up. because they're getting a chance to run at these big time meets. TSU relays. That was on his schedule. But when the budget get tight, guess who the first one scheduled they cut? Old track coach. Coach, we're gonna have to put you in there. We're gonna have to put you in a meet downtown, right around the corner. Basically, you know what we're gonna do? Let's compare it to music. We're gonna have to take you off that big tour that you was on. We're gonna have to put you back on this chitlin circuit, coach. You gotta go back on this chitlin circuit. That ain't gonna work for us no more. Budget done got tight, coach. We gotta cut it. We gotta cut the budget. You know, we gotta cut the budget. So you are going to be one of the first ones to get cut. Your budget getting cut. But I see these kids out here at the football field. Now, here's the deal, guys. I don't hate on no sport because it's all for the youth, so I'm happy for it all. But here I see the kids out here at the football field. They got the thing to shoot the footballs out so the wide receivers can run way down there. You don't need no coach to throw the ball to the wide receiver. You don't need no receiver or quarterback to throw the ball to the wide receivers. They can shoot the footballs out the thing, and they go way down there to the receivers and the cornerbacks and the special teams, the pump return, the kick return guys. You can shoot them at the thing. Well, like a clay shooter from what's it called? What they call that thing? The football shooter. What do they call? It's like at a gun range. It's like a clay shooter. You shooting out footballs to the kids. That's what they got. I know it wasn't cheap. You can pay for that, but that's more important than sending these kids down here for their opportunity at TSU. Skeet shooter. That's what they bought. That's more important than sending these kids down here to get an opportunity to run at college campuses. Oh, God damn. God damn. No. Oh, man. I was trying to give him some credit, Miss Cofield. I was trying to give him some credit. I thought they'd at least bought something. Whistle. Shit. This coast ain't gonna work, Kansas. I keep picking the coast up every time. I thought I was trying to give them some credit. They didn't even buy the ski shooter. They didn't buy that either. They don't spend no money on the kids. Where's the money going? Manor New Tech is a 4A campus in the city, and it still don't have a shot put ring. Yet you buying and purchasing and building you building an inside, an indoor training facility, and you can barely win a football game. Yet you got multiple kids over there that just got scholarships for track that all, by the way, ran on this team at some point. Whistle!
But the board increased their travel.
Huh?
Their travel.
Lord have mercy. The school board has increased their travel budget. The school board is getting more money, but the kids that was getting the opportunity that be out here training in the cold, preparing for track season in January and February, they can't go to TSU, but the school board gets more money to go to conventions and drink. Whistle! How's this right? How's this right? Why can't you buy your own bottle of liquor? We do. We be out there with these kids 4-5 days a week. Sometime. At least 4. We buy our own liquor. I don't depend on no school to buy my liquor. I don't depend on no school to pay for anything for me. All I want from the school is a chance to pay full price for the fields. I don't even ask you for a discount. We as legit as anybody out here. We got our 501c3. I don't even want a discount on the field. I want to pay full price. Full price. Half these people around here that got an end, they got in the morning if you said you was going to have them there? Have somebody there to do the concession and open up the concession for me. Have somebody put out the hurdles for me if they was going to put out the hurdles. Whatever you told me you was going to do, that's all I'm asking you for. Wilson! After all that I said, now I'm about to get to have somebody. Dang, Mark Perkins, one of my coaches, and he's also him and LaRon Prosser are my high jump officials. They had rusty old high jump equipment that you couldn't even work. You couldn't even get the stencils up. They wouldn't even move. They wouldn't move. They had the old stuff out there. They didn't bring the new stuff. They had to get it out there the next 2 hours. And so we behind on the high jump. But my people still make it work. Because I deal with educated people that got sense. They're going to make it work. Because they said they were going to be here for me. But they're really out here for these kids. They're going to make it work. Mark said they didn't have a pole. You can't make this shit up. I had paid what I was supposed to pay. But they didn't have a pole over there at the high jump for my kids. I paid for a service, but they didn't have a pole at the high jump for my kids. The board don't know that part. Oh, he made too much money, but you didn't even give me the service that I paid for. I paid for a jumbotron that never worked the whole track meet. Whistle! And I never asked for a damn dime back. Take the donation. Take the donation.
Try it.
Super trash. Take the donation. I'll give a donation to the school. I done got messed over almost every school I done rented out because people don't care. They have no vision. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. You ain't got to take my word for it. You see LaRon, he worked along to the high jump. You see him saying he ain't lying. He ain't going to lie for me. LaRon ain't going to lie for me. So here we go. Leadership has to have vision on how to build programs. Lack of experience leads to destruction. You have to be a visionary. Let's get people that can give our kids the best shot. Boy. So here we go. This is the reason we're bringing this up today, guys. Oh, man, shout out to Taylor High School, Quentin. Shout out, Quentin Roberson. Taylor High School did us good. They were confused, too, because they just didn't believe us when we told them how big the meet was going to be. But other than that, they school, they AD, black male AD. Let me say that, and make sure y'all hear me. Black male AD went to work for us. Blessed our game. Was out there working to meet with us. Saying, Coop, this caught me off guard. I didn't know it was going to be this big. I tried to tell you, bro. Man, don't worry. I'm going to be out here with you. He was out there with us the entire time. Because he cares. And that's why they going to have a ton of money and a ton of kids out there because you got people like him out there. Samsung is building right in front of that school. And you already know it's about to be a ton of houses go up out there and a ton more kids going to that school, which giving them a ton more kids to choose from as they get ready to build their programs up. It's that's vision, guys. That's vision. He treated us with love, and every single time he reached out to me from now on, if nobody else got his back, you best believe this Negro right here gonna have his back because he came with it for us, and I'm gonna come with it for him. Are you okay over there? Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here's why we're bringing this back up tonight. I think I done gave y'all enough. Here's why we're bringing it back up tonight. Candace, if you could please read. So I will never request Manor Red facility again. That you can bet that. I'll never request that again because I don't even want the drama. I don't even want to deal with it. It's not that big. Somebody will let us use their facility. You know what I'm saying? If they don't appreciate what we bring out there, if they don't appreciate the fact that we sell out the town, fine. We'll find somebody else, somewhere else for Clash of Texas. But for my smaller meets, Manor New Tech is actually a perfect field. Guys, it's right around the house from my corner. Right around the corner from my house. I shouldn't have to spend a whole lot of money for our smaller meets. Some of these meets, guys, might not have more than 150 kids, 100 kids. But, it means something to those kids. It means something to our kids. It gives us an opportunity for our kids to be out there running against other kids. We want to host a meet in January now because there's not a lot of indoor meets this year. During indoor season, the South just don't have a lot of meets. The indoor meets, a lot of the meets are in up north, and these indoor meets are selling out fast down here because it's not many, and I don't want to have my kids traveling all over the country right now for meets. My parents can't afford, a lot of them can't afford that, guys, and so we're trying to figure out a way to give our kids some meets, let them compete right close to home. Ain't nobody, all they thinking about, Coop gonna make a lot of money. Ain't nobody making no money. Ain't gonna be no kids out there right now. The rest of my meets aren't big like Clash. These are smaller meets, but they are a blessing to our kids. They get to compete. They want to compete. They don't want to be training out here 3 days a week and never get to compete. So I reached out today, trying to put in a few dates for Manor New Tech. I love New Tech. I love the field. I've graduated. We had several kids graduate from there. I just love New Tech. It's a great field. It's a great smaller field for what we're trying to do with our smaller meets. I put in a request for several dates, like 3 dates. First of all, they said on all 3 dates, they emailed back quick. All 3 of those dates are blackout days. They blackout days. I had to ask Candace what that means. Those are days, blackout days are days that they put aside to basically say, we are not renting out any facilities during blackout days. Those are days that we're just not going to rent those out. Maybe the school wants to use them just in case the school wants to use them or whatever. But those are days that we have deemed blackout days that we ain't going to rent out to nobody, period. I was like, wow, okay. All 3 of the dates I put out, huh? So maybe before I request a day next time, maybe I should see your calendar and you tell me what days are available so I know what days aren't blackout days. Because I requested a day in January, in March, and in April, and it just so happened that every day I requested was a blackout day. Boy, hey, look at him. Boy, I tell you what. You came up with something new right there, man. Congrats. Boy, if you don't want to rent out to people, you can just call it a blackout day, and you solved the problem. But, so that was the first thing they said. Then they said this. Candace, please read. Please, this is the reason, guys. It's already 9 o'clock. But this is the reason that we're going live about this tonight. Please, Candace, read this right here. What they said is one of the rules, just in case you decide to rent out, here's one of the rules you have to go by.
Absolutely. So let me mute myself. So what the rule says, all large competition gyms and football stadiums will only be used by groups with participants enrolled in 7th grade or higher, unless approved by the superintendent or designee. And that's in the policy. I'm going to read it again. All large competition gyms and football stadiums will only be used by groups with participants enrolled in 7th grade or higher, unless approved by the superintendent or designee.
Did y'all hear what my wife just read? Did y'all hear what my wife...
I thought it was a misprint. I told Coop when he told me that was the response he was giving. I said, no, maybe you misunderstood. He tried to explain it to me about 4 or 5 times. And I said, no, Coop, you've got to be. Let me go read it for myself. And I read it. And I think you even asked for clarification.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Mr. Fish said, first time I've ever heard that in 20 plus years.
So not only is that the first anything like that, but this is a new policy. This is a policy that was just passed recently.
Why do you feel like that policy was passed?
I don't think y'all, I just gotta say this. This is huge. As you guys know, for public schools, sports does not start until the 7th grade. So that means that if you are from kinder all the way to 6th grade, what they're saying is that those youth in our community, in any youth organization, the rec leagues, the little leagues, they will not have an opportunity to compete in their district at any of the competition gyms and the football stadiums. Who do you think is out here developing the youth to be able so that they can compete when they get to the 7th grade? Pop Warners, the little basketball programs that we have. Where do you think the skills are coming from? What coach, what leader will allow this? Like, that's why I did not understand it. So that means that if you are a legitimate program in the community, and whether you're in group 1, group 2, they have these groups. So even if you have 90% of your organization is Manor ISD kids, that means that you will be unable to have it at the football stadium or the gym. But here's what I noticed. They didn't put the soccer fields. They didn't put the baseball fields. Now let's go deeper, Coop.
Well, don't they play soccer on the football field?
They have. I'm saying that they have baseball fields, and it's my understanding that they have baseball fields.
Yeah.
They have baseball fields.
Wait a minute, Tommy. My son is 8 and played football in Manor. Tommy, when the last time your son played football in Manor? Because if this policy is correct, your son is not supposed to be able to play football in Manor anymore. So tell me when the last time he played football in Manor. We ain't hating on no sport. Again, I wouldn't dare hate on any sport.
None at all.
But because I think all of them are important for the kids, because this is about development. See, you got to play. I want the kids to, even my track kids, I want them all, and they'll tell you this, I want them all to play all sports when they were young, so they can develop. They can develop, you know. There are certain things that track does this year. See, Tommy, maybe this is a new policy. They did say it's new. So if this is a new policy, they're basically saying that this is something that just was put in place. So maybe they let y'all little football season get done, and now they're not going to rent out anymore. You know, now they're not going to do it anymore to any kids that are under 7th grade. So any developmental work that is being done to get these kids on the right track when it comes to learning the sports, being strong enough to be able to compete at a high level, being ready as a young athlete when they get to 7th grade, they're basically saying, you can go do these things over at these other fields, you know, these other schools, you know, and then we want you to come on back to Manor when you get to 7th grade.
September 2023 is when this policy was finalized.
Okay.
September 2023.
Okay. Well, see, you got to cut yours off if I'm talking. I think it's gonna echo. Okay. So with that being said, September, Tommy. So this just passed, pretty recently here. It's December now, September. Okay. So with that being said, now they're basically saying anybody in under 7th grade cannot participate in your events when you rent the facility out. That means they care nothing about the development. That means they care nothing about the little leagues. They care nothing about giving any opportunities to the little people. Guys, Westlake has a system. Lake Travis has a system. That system does not start in 7th grade. Vandergrift, who kicked y'all ass up and down that field, has a system, and it does not start in 7th grade. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Do you really hate us that much that you would jeopardize all the youth of this community? You know, LaRon, all that Manor Falcons that y'all did, all that work that all y'all have done, that means that Manor Falcons ain't supposed to be up there no more, technically, based on these rules. They're not supposed to be up there. They're not supposed to be at the basketball courts anymore. All that's done, based on these rules. They don't care about the little league no more. Like I said, take them over there to AISD, but then bring them back to us for 7th grade. And you're talking about a bunch of people on this board that don't give a damn about sports. They don't care about what sports have accomplished for so many kids. They don't care about the fact that it gives these kids something to do that gets them out the house, gets them off the couch, gets them off their iPads. We just talked about this last week, me and my wife, or on Monday maybe, about how these kids are being babysitted with iPads and phones and all these different all this different technology is what's babysitting these kids. All these programs and all these people that are involved in these programs are giving these kids mentors. They're giving these kids a village. They're giving these kids things to do. They're keeping these kids active. Half of y'all out here are pre-diabetic right now. Yet you want to tell these kids that they can't participate in the programs, not because their parents aren't willing to pay for it, not because we ain't willing to coach them, not because we're not willing to put the events and the games together for them. No, it ain't because of those things. It's because you got a position and you said, I'm going to flex my muscle and I'm going to show these Negroes that you don't run nothing over here because you can't ring nothing out, even if you got the money to win it, because I am on this school board. Whistle! Let's be 100. Who does track help the most? Who does track help the most? So if you don't have any people that look like us on that board that give a damn about what I just said, then they're not going to care about that. If you don't have any people on that board that give a damn about what's going on that football field, then they're not going to care about what Candace just read. If you don't have any people on that board that give a damn about what's going on that basketball court, then you're not going to care. They're not going to care. They don't care. Here's where my problem comes. Coaches, and I'm especially talking about coaches at the top, the coaches that are supposed to be looking out for the program.
Try.
What the fuck were you doing when this was happening? What were you doing when this was happening? What was going on? What were you in? How the hell did you let this happen? This hurts your program Why do you feel like they all of a sudden gonna be these legit kids that's getting these scholarships that they've been getting in your programs at the high school level? You think those kids just started playing sports when they got to 7th grade? Are you kidding? Are you really that blind? Or do you just not give a damn at all? This is gonna hurt your program too. Guys, it is not hard to. God bless those kids out there, and God bless those parents, and God bless those coaches, because they are all on one page. But you're not going to tell me that those kids out there at these other schools in these surrounding cities out there that are so much more talented than the kids we got right here. Because I don't see as many of them. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. I will say this. I see as many of our kids playing at the next level as I see of their kids playing at the next level. Yeah, we can't all come together and put it together to make it successful because we keep knocking each other. And our people who are the parents of these kids, they don't care about what the rules are as long as my kid is shining. As long as my kid is shining. My kid gonna get his, so I ain't worried about what the rules are. I don't care. My kid gonna do his thing, so I don't care. Baby, your kid could have had a better high school career. He could have had a more memorable high school career because they could have had a built team to the point where everybody was on the same page and all these kids had been trained and been prepared to make a run at state. They could have had something that they've been talking about since they were 40, until they were 40, 45, 50. They still be talking about it. That's what LBJ gonna do. Them kids that went to state few years ago at LBJ, they'll be getting together when they got as much grade as me and more. And they'll still be talking about what they accomplished. Some of y'all from Manor got kids that are sitting at big time schools right now. Big time schools right now. Power 5 schools. But did they have the same success? And the rules that they are putting in place right now make it even harder for them to have that success in the future. Is this okay? Do you really feel like this is okay? Do you really feel like it's okay for them to tell the little kids that ain't did nothing to them that they can't? You too young to do anything at my school. I'm an elementary kid in the Manor ISD, but I can't do nothing at this stadium. Do y'all hear what the hell I'm saying to you? We ran a meet in Dallas, and they had the elementary running also. This was a high school meet. Manor is so far behind. Manor is so far in debt. Manor is struggling to get their school grades where they need to be. They done changed teachers. They done changed principals. They done changed superintendents multiple times. And it's one consistent group throughout this whole process. Somebody please tell me who they are. Candace, you want to say it?
You go right ahead.
The school board. They're the only ones that's consistent through this whole thing.
Make 3rd down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go!
I got word that one of them said that cause they know we coming for them. We don't hide nothing. You know I don't hide nothing. They know we coming for them. I got word that one of them is the word is on the streets, that one of them said that she's gonna put it out there that because she gay, and that we gonna come for them.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
When the hell have y'all ever heard me make a complaint about a gay person? When have you ever a gay person? I don't give a damn who you sleep with. I don't care about I ain't got no time to worry about who's in your bed. I ain't got no time to worry about who you decide to spoon with. I ain't got no time to worry about who's putting on a strap on. I ain't got no time to worry about that. Take your gay ass on and get away from these kids.
Whistle, please.
Whistle! I don't care about you being gay. I don't care about who you decide to sleep with. Who you decide to sleep with is your business. That ain't got nothing to do with what I care about. All I care about is opportunities for my kids. That's all I care about. For y'all that talk about the money, guys, money ain't gonna stop because we're real. We will always have money to run our organization over here because we're real. I got people will always support us because we're real. Real recognize real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't hesitate to tell y'all what we do. I don't hesitate to tell y'all what I'm willing to do because I'm real about what I care about. People see that I'm real because as amped up as I get with y'all and as aggressive as I get with y'all and as much as if I could, I would take it to another level with y'all. As if I could, I would love to. But we're just going to do it the right way. We're going to do it the right way. And we're going to get y'all out of there when it comes to the polls. I'm going to go harder than I ever have. I'm going to go harder than I ever have because y'all don't care. As much as I would love to do other things, I am too valuable to my community. I'm too valuable to my kids. I'm too valuable to Cooper Young and all the work that we're doing there to let y'all get me into something that I don't need to be getting into. So we're just going to do it the right way. We're going to do it the right way. We got some things coming up, guys. We got some things coming up. I want y'all to say these names. Monique Celadon, Janie Guerrero, Tamika Durden, and where it is, the little man that we already got rid of. They say he gonna try to make a run again. He ain't on the board now, so I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say his name. But when he puts his head, if he puts his name back in that hat to run, we gonna go ballistic. We going in, guys. Here's the deal, Monique. You need to step down. She's the president, baby. You need to step down because you know I got you on my phone. You know I got you on my phone saying stuff that you know you wasn't supposed to say. And the moment you put your head name back in that hat, I'm going to tell it. I'm already telling everything. I'm going to tell so much. No, ain't no whistle right now, Mark. I got to get this out. I'm going to tell everything. Do y'all realize that we're going to have class this year? We're going to have class this year. And it's going to be bigger than ever. It was big last year. It was over 2,000 kids. We didn't need Manor. Taylor blessed our game. It was over 2,000 kids last year, and it was beautiful. 2 days, it was beautiful. We ain't got to do this at Manor. We'll sell out Taylor. That's fine. But we're going to have it again this year, and we liable to get up to 2,500 kids this year. And guys, do you understand that we are preparing ourselves now? In case you didn't know, in case you don't pay attention, to shoot a movie. Do you know that I was almost ready to do it this year? But I said, I can't spend that much money on this movie right now. Not that much. I gotta wait. I gotta wait a year. I gotta wait. Hopefully next year, we'll see what things will look like. You know, I don't want to spend it all because it's going to take a little while. But guys, I want y'all to think about something right quick. Think about something. Here we go. Just use your little minds. Use your little minds. And I want you to think about something for a hot second. When those cameramen put that camera on Coop, when those cameramen put that camera on Coop, all the shit I've been through trying to run this team, you know I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it. I'm telling it all. I'm gonna tell everything. This movie is gonna make millions. Mark my word, cause I'm telling it. It ain't no little tights. Friday Night Tights ain't got. God bless them. I love Friday Night Tights. Friday Night Tights ain't got nothing on what's about to happen. I'm telling corruption. You know controversy sell. Who is more corrupt than y'all? J.D. Guerrero. Who do I call you? The Black Widow. You Gazelle the Blanco. You are Gazelle the Blanco. You are a crook. It is a board full of crooks down here. I'm telling everything. Y'all don't want this smoke. Y'all don't want it. You don't want this smoke. You don't want this. You really not thinking right now. You have met somebody that you can't control. I am not your employee. I'm not your employee. You don't scare me. I'm not scared of none of y'all asses. Wrong one. Wrong one. And I'm going to eat you alive. I'm going to eat you alive because you continue to do things that hold back opportunities for my kids. You don't get to punch back with me. I wasn't bothering you no more. Do I agree with you? Sorry. No, I don't. But I wasn't bothering y'all. Now you telling me this? Now you making rules like this? This stupid stuff, ain't nobody never heard of this. Trash.
Try.
Ain't nobody never heard of this stuff. I'ma eat you alive every single chance I get. The moment that hit, boy, that campaign started. I'ma eat it alive. All that small town Manor is over, Shanitra. It's over. This place is behind. Manor is sitting right next to Austin and don't even have an HEB yet. They just got the ground up level up high yet. They ain't put down one brick. You slow asses. All these people down here don't have a grocery store. Trash. Manor has been behind, and y'all continue to put these same sorry asses back in here. These people have been in here for years, getting these kickbacks. They are not the people to be leading our kids. You can come up with much stuff you want to about me, but you can't come up with nothing illegal, and you can't come up with anything that says Coop ain't doing what he needs to do for his kids. Rough around the edges, sure. Intentionally. But go look at all the work that's being done on the page. For everybody that's new here tonight, you go look at all the work that's being done on the page, and you show me one of them asses that's doing as much work as we do. You ain't gonna find one, because they trash. Whistle. These people are constantly doing things that go against Tell me something, guys. Be honest with me. Y'all be 100 with me real quick. Help me out. Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. When you say, I'm going to tell kids that's under 7th grade that they cannot participate in any events that are at these facilities. Basketball, football, track, whatever. Maybe soccer, I don't know. They didn't put baseball like Candace said on there. They didn't put that, to my knowledge, they didn't put the baseball field on there. Shit. Pay attention. Pay attention. They didn't put the baseball field on there. Oh Lord. Oh my. Because we want to keep baseball going because who playing baseball out there? See? Y'all pay attention. Pay attention. They took the TSU budget away from Avalon, but here we go. Baseball ain't even on the list. Y'all intentionally making look. Y'all know exactly what y'all doing, and you don't even hide it. You don't even hide it. What kids run track? So, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I want y'all to look at my page, Candace's page, because I'm going to put out a request to my kids, and I'm asking all the kids in the area. I'm asking all the families in the area that care about what we're saying. I'm asking all the people in Manor. I'm asking all the people that care, period, about these kids. Because you know a lot of these brown kids are moving out toward the Manor, Pflugerville, Round Rock areas. I'm asking all these people that give a damn to come with us on Monday. I'm going to cancel practice. Practice is going to be a Monday trip to the school board meeting. Y'all get ready. School board, I'm letting you know. We ain't hiding nothing. We telling you right now, we coming. We coming. And I'm bringing my kids. Since y'all think that it's just me, since y'all think it's about me making all this money and me just living extravagant off your Manor ISD facilities, and I ain't doing nothing. Because the crazy thing is, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say at the house, but you don't see nothing that I'm doing because you don't care to see it. You don't care to come to the events to see all that stuff out there that we done bought. You don't care to see all that. You don't care to see all that because then you wouldn't have no argument against me. So why would you come? So here's what I'm asking. I'm asking all y'all to meet us at the school board meeting. If you give a damn, just come. Cause we about to make it clear now. If your kids run summer track, if your kids play in some type of little league basketball, if your kids play some type of little league football, bring them. And when I go up to that podium, send those kids to that podium with me. Send them to that podium with me. Because I'm about to tell these people, you think this is about me. Here's who it's about. This is who it's about. Yet you keep putting rules in place as if you forget who sent the studs that you've been sending, that you've been taking pictures with, that you love to take credit for, that you love to put your face on that website with. All this stuff when they getting ready to sign and all that kind of stuff. You love to be at the games cheering. What if your games were full of kids that had never participated in youth sports? Would you be as excited to be at the games? Ordering people to bring you certain type of plates and cups and forks. I don't eat off them kind of plates. Sitting up in the press box as if you a coach. Shit. Would you be that excited then? When your kids getting their head cut out there? You can say what you want, guys, but we help. We help. No, Tommy, I could never be president. No, because I can't deal with this trash-ass politics. I'll never step on a board. I'll never step in any kind of politics. I'm going to keep doing what I do right here. This is what I have effect at. I'm going to keep working with my kids. I'm going to keep going out to these schools. I'm going to keep going out here and training my babies. And I'm going to keep watching them sign to go to college. Meet us on Monday night. My final thoughts. School board members, we pay taxes. We give out scholarships. We give kids a chance to compete and have fun. We develop them from middle school and high school years, before middle school and high school years. We are their village, their family. We have their backs before and after their signing. We're there through the tears of pain and the tears of joy. We love them. Yet you won't support us trying to give these kids every opportunity possible. The election is coming soon. Your day is coming. And all you employees that never lifted your voice in favor of helping these kids, when we get our people in there, what will you do? Never mind.
Make third down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go!
Every last one of you employees that's been riding the coattails of these school board members because you just been wanting to get stroked and you've been hoping that they were going to bless your game because you did everything that they told you to do. All you blacks that did this because you didn't care about nothing that these kids needed. All you cared about is yourself. What are you going to do when they gone? Because they will be gone. That's for sure. You can take that to the bank. Just like that little man gone. And he going to stay gone no matter what he talking about. No matter how hard he think he going to run to get back in here. Just like he gone, they going to be gone. This time we got more information than ever. I don't know what makes these people think that they going to pull this off. You right, kinfolk, bro. I have been praying because it's real. It's real. It starts Monday. It starts Monday because now it just got real. Once again, it's done got real. Say, guys, y'all stay up. Continue to pray. Continue to pray. Continue to be real. Continue to stand up against people that make life hard for the youth that we have to raise now. That's what me and Candace are going to do. She's going to do it in her way, and I'm going to do it in mine. Y'all stay up, stay real. Salute the real.